It's understandable if you didn't get Mikasa's reasons for killing Eren. As the last 2 chapters of Attack on Titan got more complicated, we thought it couldn't get any more complicated. That is until the extra pages for issue 139 were revealed. Here's why Mikasa kills Eren in the end. Also, if you haven't watched the anime or read the manga, we highly advise you do so. Before we dive into why Mikasa killed Eren, here is a quick recap of the final chapter to help understand her reasons. In the second to last chapter, Mikasa, Armin, Levi, and the rest of the warriors fight Eren and the Shining Centipede that was once in the Founding Titan's spine, and was the source of all Titans. Jean Kirstein took explosives from the Jaegerists and used them to cut the Founding Titan's head off. This released the ancient anomaly that caused the power of the Titans. Armin stopped being eaten when he changed into the Colossus Titan. He used its explosive change to destroy the Founding Titan's body and the Titan husks. Even though they tried hard, the Titan anomaly put up a desperate defense by releasing a cloud of gas on the refugees at Fort Salta. As a result, a swarm of Titans came to its help as it enraged in combat with the armored, female, and cart Titans, who were attempting to prevent it from reuniting with Eren and resuming the rumbling. Eren Yeager changed into a Colossus Titan and fought with Armin alert simultaneously. Mikasa didn't want to forget about Eren after he died because she had a vision of another life with him. Mikasa gave up a life with Eren because she knew she had to stop him from doing bad things. She found Eren's head on the end of a long spine inside of the mouth of his Titan. Mikasa kissed Eren goodbye after killing him. Ymir gave up her control over the Founding Titan when she saw Mikasa's choice. This ended both the rumbling and the power of the Titans. The last chapter shows that this did kill him for good. As the dust settles, Mikasa brings Armin's head to him, and Armin sheds tears with her over his death. Then she leaves the battle with it, knowing that Eren won't get a proper burial because of how much damage he caused with the rumbling. There is no single explanation for Mikasa's killing of Eren, given the multidimensional nature of the story. Let's examine the 2 main explanations to comprehend why Mikasa killed Eren. To stop the rumbling. When the story skipped ahead 4 years, a lot of things changed. The most important change was in Eren's behavior. After a few chapters, it's clear that there is a wall between him and the other characters. As the story goes on, it becomes clear that in the end, Eren will be standing alone without the help of his friends. Thinking about the previous arcs that showed how much they loved and cared for each other and their shared goal breaks every fan's heart. Armin couldn't talk to make things better because there wasn't any room. To figure out why Mikasa killed Eren, we need to look at how he changed as a person. Eren ran away from the Survey Corps when they arrived in Liberio. Eren even left the convention the group was at when it became clear that nothing would come of it. He was gone for at least 2 months before anyone else saw him again. During this time, he joined the military and met Zeke after Yelena pushed him to do so. Even worse, Eren's plan to get to the enemy was the exact opposite of Hanji's plan to be careful. Eren attacks Liberio to declare war in his way because he wants to attack the enemy from inside. This is a sick play on how Reina did the same thing to Eren years ago. After all, actions speak louder than words. This one's for you, Willie Tiber. Mikasa went up to him and reminded him that he had hurt innocent children to get back at him. This change to a violent and independent way of acting sets off alarm bells for the other characters. If Eren and the Corps couldn't talk to each other less, they do when they get to Paradis. Now that Eren is in jail, he won't say why he did what he did or what he plans to do next. With the rise of the Jaegerists, who made people dislike the military, Paradis got into a bloody civil fight. Eren talks to his childhood friends Armin and Mikasa one last time in a proper way. This is the last time we see the 3 of them talking. By the last few chapters of the story, it was clear that Eren would die. With the rumbling in tow, it was later found out that Eren killed 80% of the people on the planet. Eren looked a lot like Macbeth, who said, "I am in blood, stepped in so far, if I made no more, coming back would be as hard as going over." Eren had reached a point where it was easier to finish what he had started than go back to fix something. Is there anything Eren should have done to fix the mess he created? Please share with us in the comments below. Eren couldn't be stopped except by killing him. Eren said the same thing when he called the Alliance to the Paths. Mikasa was the strongest of them all, so it made sense that she would be the one to save the world and Eren. Mikasa killing Eren is a clear sign that it means a lot. It broke every fan's heart to see Mikasa kill Eren, whom she had saved many times by putting her life in danger. A sad love story come to a sad end with that. Even so, we know that Eren wouldn't dare say anything mean to Mikasa as he left. Eren tells her to forget about him and keep living after everything is over by putting a dream sequence into her brain. This helps Mikasa figure something out. She figures out that Eren Yeager's downfall had to be her fault. Ymir made a decisive choice. One part of the story that is sometimes overlooked is that Paradis and maybe the rest of the world don't know the truth. Except for the main group, no one knows what Eren really wants or what Ymir is going through. It hurts to think that the conflict could have been solved much more quickly than it was in chapter 139.5. We finally saw Ymir's story come together. She was also waiting to be let out. But her complicated relationship with Karl Fritz put her in a situation where she was stuck. Funny enough, she didn't choose Eren to do the rumbling because she hated the world. Love burdened her. Love has been a big but hidden theme in the story, so Isayama-sensei deserves credit for how boldly it came back at the end. Eren says that Ymir has always been in love with Karl Fritz. After Karl Fritz used her as his concubine, it is possible that she developed Stockholm Syndrome. In reality, Ymir was waiting to see if another woman who was also in love could put aside her feelings and make her lover fall. With the release of chapter 139.5, it becomes clearer why Ymir put her hopes on Mikasa. She, too, had killed Fritz instead of letting him live. Mikasa did this with Eren, giving Ymir the emotional stability she had been looking for 1,000 years so she could break free. Ymir learned that love could free you from its chains, but for her to be free, a 19-year-old boy fighting in a war he didn't understand had to die. Even now, our hearts hurt for Eren. His last talk with Armin shows that Eren was the most important part of Ymir's journey to freedom, but that he was not the chosen one. So, whether you call it fate or Ymir's good luck, Mikasa killing Eren was more than just the end of a conflict like the World War. In the end, the way Mikasa killed Eren had two sides. Just like the story has two different threads going at the same time. Many people saw the events as nothing more than an eruption building up for 100 years, but for the few who knew, it was the end of a tragedy that had been going on for 2,000 years. In short, Mikasa killed Eren to stop the rumbling and put an end to the power of Titans, which can only happen when Ymir accepts herself and lets go. The Titan powers finally left Earth when Ymir did the same thing. Even though killing Eren and ending the war only brought about temporary peace, the Alliance was able to stop the end of the world. Attack on Titan is beautiful because it mocks sacrifices in a way that is true to life, and the ending shows that wars never really end. What do you think about Mikasa killing Eren? Do you think Eren deserved to win? Tell us in the comment section below.